everyone, I'm Ruth from D-Space, and for today's Lunch and Learn, we feel like this is a very important topic that we should, explore together and learn, and definitely learn how to combat against it from being scammed. But we're going to learn about avoiding online scams here. A lot of the materials are from Grow with Google, but I've added a lot of my own too. So if you have done Growth Google before, mine's going to be quite different. But first I want to ask, this is totally going to be interactive here, and you can always type in chat. You can say your name and where you're from if you wish. And how many of you have fallen for a scam, or how many of you have your accounts hacked on Facebook, Twitter, other social media websites? I haven't really fallen for a scam, but I've been hacked. My accounts have been hacked, and I'm going to be showing you how that works in the background. But don't be shy to, definitely type in chat on Zoom, and you can share an experience and such. It gets, really familiar, been hacked. Now, if you're from somewhere outside of the US, a lot of the content out here is US centered. So a lot of things might be different across different regions, but the internet part might be mostly the same. But the phone call section is going to be quite different, perhaps. I don't know personally, but again, this is mostly like US based stuff here. Again, I guess I haven't gotten any information yet, but I'm gonna go with a little story about, one of my accounts being hacked here. And I'll say that basically what happened is on Facebook, it basically, like, someone got a hold of my account and was like messaging all my friends about a great place to buy sunglasses. It was a long time ago, and I haven't been hacked since, which is great. I've never really, like, when it comes to social media stuff, I haven't hacked on stuff. I think I've had my identity stolen like once, but I was quickly able to fix it. Someone decided to buy a house in my name, and I'm just like, I was 16 at the time. I'm like, that it can't be possible because I'm 16. Well, I haven't seen any stories in chat, so I'm gonna move on here to the next section here. So you probably already read the stat here, but in the US, 1 in 10 adults will fall victim to scam or fraud every year. That's a lot of people. I've had a lot of relatives fall into scams. So according to Federal Trade Commission, US side Federal Trade Commission, this number has jumped by 34% in 2008. I try to find something more modern, but it's kind of hard because of COVID. But the majority of the scams take place online. The prevalence of fake news is contributing to the rise, and people struggle more than ever to know who they can and cannot trust online. Hello, Joseph. Thank you for typing chat. Welcome to this afternoon's Lunch and Learn. But yeah, if you have any questions, you can totally ask them in chat. There is this quiz from the Federal Trade Commission that you can take, see where you're at, figuring out what is a scam or not. The Federal Trade Commission is what handles cases where you've been scammed. You contact them and they help you out. Definitely contact through your bank if someone scammed your bank. If it's social media related, you don't contact Federal Trade Commission at all. It's actually on social media side here. I need to represent this. It's on the company, the social media website that you're on, that you have to contact over Federal Trade Commission. Unless you have your card connected to Facebook, then you definitely want to talk to your bank here. But that's just an optional quiz. So a lot of things we're going to be talking about here are mostly phishing scams. Not fishing for, like fish out there, but it's mostly a different way to say the fishing for your data to get into your accounts. Very such pretending to be something else most of the time. So one of my main tip as we dive into this is to really know your tech, like learn how to use your computer, know how your phone works, know how the internet works, because a lot of people use things online to make things look like other things and assume that you won't check this stuff and can scam you for your account and other things like that. If you don't really know your tech very well, you can learn with DoSpace here. So you can learn tech with a mentor. You can check out a mentor online only mentorships. They can't fix your computer, but they can teach you how to use it. Yeah, online only due to COVID-19 restrictions. So you can also, when we ever open up some more and you're willing to wait, you can go to Tech Help Saturday, Cyber Seniors here in Omaha, Nebraska. Our classes are currently closed, but you can sign up for these on Mentor online. If you are in this webinar right now, you probably know how to get in on Zoom. So you should be able to get in a mentor meeting too, which requires Zoom or Google Hangouts. You can also take an online class with DoSpace. Like we don't really focus on how to use the computer specifically, but we use the computer to do stuff. So you can learn tech skills that way too. And of course, practice using your tech. Know how to copy and paste. Definitely know how the internet works. Know how your data is getting validated when you submit forms, various things like that. So now we are getting to the content of scams here. So this next thing I'm going to show is mostly example from Google, Growth Google, with like part of their exercise. I thought it was like very posed, but this is a case where someone like posted like a product online, like through a fake like eBay or something like that, selling like a pair of like nice branded shoes, and a person got a hold of their phone number and calling them to somehow buy their product without going through the website is the example here. Is we're going to look at that first. So I'm going to be playing a video through here. Let me get this over here, and we're going to listen to this for a bit.
After Kumar listed his shoes for sale online, an interested buyer contacted him on the auction site and offered him more money than the sale price. The buyer sent another message later that day and said they didn't want to use the auction website because of service fees. They preferred to buy the shoes directly from Kumar. Later that day, the buyer called Kumar's cell phone. On the call, the buyer sounded like she was in a hurry. She asked if Kumar could ship the sneakers overnight to arrive for an event the next day. To begin, listen to Kumar's call with the buyer.
Hello?
Please?
Yeah, who's this?
It's Janelle from the sneaker auction website.
Hi, Janelle. What can I help you with?
Well, I'm buying these shoes for a VIP entertainment client who needs to wear them at an event tomorrow night. Would you be able to ship the shoes overnight? I offered a lot more than your selling price. It's a great deal for you, so I'm hoping you can hurry things up.
Yeah, no problem. I can ship them as soon as I receive payment.
Yeah, I'll send payment and you'll get a confirmation email right now. We really need these shoes ASAP for this event. Like I said, it's a big name entertainer who wants to wear them to a party tomorrow night.
Okay, cool. I'll request payment in the app in a bit.
Great, looking forward to it.
Okay, thanks.
In your group, have someone add a heading for the phone call.
The next part is like this little mini exercise you can do with them. I don't know, for schools and also adults. So I'm like, oh, don't need to do that. But basically, they're trying to, buy the shoes from them outside of the website, so it's not secured. Like if they can like temporarily put money in your account and then withdraw a lot more than they should. And it's how a lot of those do work. But a lot of times, he may ask you to buy like a gift card from a place and give them the number on the back to them is another really common thing, because it's really easy to get money that way without being traceable is one of the main things. And where if you go buy a gift card, you can't really refute it with your bank or credit card company get that money back. It's one of the common ones here. But the reason why we're looking at phones here is not only it's kind of online because due to smartphones, but it's also one of the most common ways for scammers to initiate contact, according to the FTC. Consumer Sentinel Data Book of 2019, so that one's a little bit more recent. And also, sometimes people get your phone number online. It's another way there to enable to contact you because they saw, hey, you signed up on this fake sweepstakes and we got your number and we're calling you to get your information to take your stuff. So I'm gonna go over to this website before we get to tactics. Some people like copy and paste some scripts they've seen online here. So example one right here is name a victim, you. This is a confidential message to inform you that you have a legal matter independent filled against you in the next 24 hours. To make your statement against this claim, which could result in garnishment or civil judgment, you must call no phone number in reference case number fake case. They'll call you, try to get information, saying like, hey, what's your bank account or what's your social security number to confirm your ID. The government most likely will send officers to your place to arrest you first before they call you. To be honest there. A lot of times like you don't like if it's confidential information and they really need to get to you, it's better to meet up in person in a federal building than to exchange this information online. Another example here is name a victim. My name is usually generic name contacting you from the operation department, which is whether state that they're in. As stated before, the list of complaints filed against you must be carried out immediately. Unfortunately, this department will actively using you at your place of employment and residence. You might your right to resolve your case with a plaintiff outside of court is already fortified. You can contact our legal department at phone number. Please refer the case number. If the case number you name a victim, you have officially been notified once more. A lot of these are, kind of government sounding here. Another one is car warranty. Some people pretend to be actual insurance places. These are insurance names in the US. Here, her Allstate is asking, to pretend to be Allstate to extend their warranty. Some people pretend to be Windows support or Mac, Apple support, calling you saying, hey, your computer's got viruses. Let's fix that for you. And it's not them at all. Support centers will never call you. Usually you call them unless they tell you, like you called them and they're like, we're going to call you back later. That's the one case they'll call you back. Haven't gotten any COVID scams. I heard there's a few COVID scams, but I haven't gotten any of those at all personally. I haven't seen a lot. So I guess that's okay in that area, but there still could be some. Most of the time you need to be very well. So here are some tips here. So remember when answering the phone. Again, if you have any questions, you can ask, but remember when answering the phone, there is no price. The caller might say you were selected for an offer or that you won the lottery or sweepstakes, but if you have to pay for a prize, it's not a prize. Also, if you didn't enter anything, for the past few weeks and someone calls you about winning a sweepstakes, probably a scammer most of the time. Another one, you won't be arrested. Scammers might pretend to be law enforcement or a federal agency. They might say you'll be arrested, fined, or deported if you don't pay taxes or some other debt right away. The goal is to scare you into paying. But real law enforcement and federal agencies won't call and threaten you. The case, like you're here on visa or green card, people will try to scam you, make you think that you've done something wrong in maintaining your visa, but no, they would most of the time federal agencies would contact you by mail first and in person. And if they do call you, they're not going to ask you for any personal information for making an appointment. Another thing is that you don't need to decide now. don't you decide right now at that moment. You can always wait. Most legitimate businesses will give you time to think about their offer and get written information. What about debt collection threat? Oh yeah, that's another one right there. I actually have cases for that. So I'm gonna finish this sentence here first. You think offer, so this is for you don't have to sign now, get more information before you ask them to commit. Take your time, don't get pressured into making a decision on the spot. So there's for debt. There's of course people around the like US are in lots of debt, so much debt. I have my student loans. I get calls about student loans all the time. Um, and to be honest, I just ignore the calls every time. Even if it's legitimate, I ignore their calls because they contact me through the account that I have set up with them for me to make my payments to them through mail. Don't answer those loans. Like most of the time when people say, hey, you're going to go to jail if you don't pay for these loans, that's a scammer. If you are usually getting notices through mail first or through whatever account online you're paying for, maybe through email. We're going to look at emails later on that too. Yeah, most of the time it is, it is debt collection threatening, and it's not. Yeah, it's fake most of the time. If it is a legitimate, they'll ask you. So okay, here's another thing. When people want to verify your identity, when someone asks you to verify it to them, if they ask you to like literally say it, it can be fake, cannot. You just have to use your gut there. And a lot of times too, like they're on a call with like your internet company and such. They usually give you a special phone number to call, and you usually have to type your account number. Scammers don't ask you to type your account number in. And when it comes to like to get like for example getting your COVID vaccine, a lot of times they ask you to verify your birthday, and such back. And like you could do a test where you give a fake birthday first and change it, but government agencies, that's a little bit more difficult because you do want to go first. But if it's not a government agency, you give a fake birthday first. Or they're like, I don't think that's right. It might be a little bit more general, just little side things. But overall, it's better to contact in person to avoid things. Again, you also have to learn how scammers work here. It's a lot of right. Like there is no black and white way of figuring out who's a scammer. It's all very gray. But there's things like this, like there's no prize, you won't be arrested, you don't have to sign it right away. There's never a good reason to send cash. Like someone's starting you for debt and they want cash now, and you have to like tell them an account number or a phone. That's not them. No. If you have to give cash right away, it's not them. So I guess that one is more concrete while everything else is great. A lot of agencies, they have an account set up with you already where you need to send money to them. If they don't, most likely is a scammer. So there's never going to be scammers will ask you to pay in a way that makes it hard for you to get your money back by wiring money, putting money on a gift card, prepaid card, or cash reload card, or using money transfer app. Anyone asks you to pay this way is a scammer. That is something that is super concrete. Like most government agencies ask you to pay with like a check or cash, sending it to their like official place. Well, scammers are like, I want a gift card. And you shouldn't be getting those calls. If the company is selling something, it needs your written permission to call you with a robocall. So that's how, a lot of companies ask you for permission to call you. Like think about when you're signing up for, again, I'm thinking COVID, you're signing up for like your vaccine appointment and it asks you, do you consent to text messages or phone calls? It has a little checkbox for that almost all the time. Same thing with government agencies, it has a checkbox saying, hey, can we contact you by phone? If you get like a call from someone and you didn't consent and you're just like, this is suspicious. I don't think you're, who you say you are. So you got to remember that. Also, if you're on the National Do Not Call Registry, you shouldn't be getting sales calls from companies that you haven't done business with before. Those calls are illegal. So if you're getting a call and you're on the National Do Not Call Registry, this is US specific. those you shouldn't be called, and those other calls should be are illegal. If someone's breaking the law calling you, there's a good chance it's a scam. At the very least, it's a company you don't want to do business with. I'm going to show you other techniques too of avoiding these calls. Of course, there's more examples of calls. I'm not going to go into too much of this, but there's, imposter scams, pretend to be someone else, asking for, like they have like a fake phone number to make it look like someone else. Like you go on your like, oh, my best friend's calling, you answer, it's not them. That's a scammer. Debt relief credit repair scams. There's business investment scams, charity scams, they ask you to donate stuff. The tips I provided before. Or the same things apply here. If they ask you for to sign up a trial over a phone, don't sign up. Extended car warranties is a very popular one. Free trials, don't sign up for it. Loan scams, don't exchange any personal information over the phone. Prize and lottery scams, travel scams, timeshare scams, you don't see those very often anymore. All phone numbers that look really oddly similar to yours. Again, this is US specific. I don't know if this is common in other countries, but sometimes I'll get a phone call that's like one number difference than mine. And reason why scammers do that is to make it look like someone gave your phone number away. And like someone's trying to call that number it's really similar to yours and it's a mistake. It's like a weird way to think about it. Or like another case is like, I kind of recognize that number, and it gets you to answer it. Most of the time that's a fake number. That's a super fake number. Okay, so to avoid phone scams here, if you like those tips before is for when you answer the phone, or you be like me, never answer your phone. That's more of a me thing, younger generation thing. But I don't if it's a number I don't recognize, I don't answer it. And if they really do need you, they will leave a voicemail. Make sure your voicemail's set up. They really do need you, they'll leave a voicemail. They don't, they'll just go somewhere else. Send unknown calls to your voicemail. If you have an iPhone, I'm going to click this here. There's an example on iPhone where you can just go straight to silence unknown callers, and you can also send them straight to voicemail on iOS 3.13, iOS 13 and up. A lot of people have that set up with iPhones where it's like if that phone number isn't in your contacts, it goes straight to voicemail. You can set up like that easily in all iPhones. Now, Android, it's different. It depends on your phone carrier, but you can send unknown calls that are not part of your contact list straight to voicemail. But mine personally doesn't do that. I'm going to copy that link and paste it for those on Android. But you can go through phone settings, people, go for settings, call barring, and you can disable all incoming calls if you want, or you can change it, forward to when number's busy. And you can also send phone numbers straight to voicemail, unless you have something like mine. My phone, it depends on the phone carrier. My phone carrier doesn't do that. What they do is that they have like AI. Mine's like with something, I'm not gonna specify at all. But mine is has this AI thing that screens the call and answers first to check if it's like a scammer. If it is, they don't send the phone to me. If it isn't, they let the phone ring, I answer. And it's based on phone numbers not in my contacts. I rather wish it just went straight to voicemail, but unfortunately my carrier won't let me do that. Again, don't answer phone numbers oddly similar to yours. If they're trying to get to your personal information, hang up. That's the number one thing here. If they're trying to get personal information, hang up. Unless you are calling them. Most time, if you're calling them and asking for personal information, it is them. Because if you have like an internet bill, like you need to pay and you have to do it over phone, you are calling them. But if they're calling you asking for personal information, then you shouldn't be doing that at all. Okay. If you got any questions, of course, can ask. And now I'm going to go into email scams. Okay. So, A lot of things I said about phones applies to emails too. It's just in text form. It has like a lot of similar wordings here. So don't respond. There's a whole joke before, but it's like we used to get like a lot of spam emails about a prince being trapped in the middle of nowhere, needing your money to help bail him out. A lot of people actually fell for that scam. But yeah, there isn't a prince trapped in the middle of nowhere who needs your help specifically. Like why they're contacting some random person somewhere else instead of someone they know. What? Um, but yeah, no, they're not. They're a scammer. Scam emails also will sometimes look like a server's account that you are a part of. They usually will have a fake link that says asks you to log in. This one right here is Netflix. It's actually a fake email, but it looks really similar to Netflix. If you ever get these emails, like asking like, hey, we temporarily suspended your account because of this thing. I can't show example right now, but it says update your details. First thing you want to do is look at the email name every time when you look at this, because a lot of times you look at the email name, not the name from it, but the address. We'll say it's blocked out here because it's a fake one. It will say something like it's fake, like not fake, like that was spelled like Netflix misspelled, or like something like na.netflix.us, something like that, which isn't an account with Netflix at all. If it like it should just say something like support@netflix.com and that's it. Nothing else in there. Also, if you click update your details and it will take you to a website, look at the URL there too. Another thing is, oops. If you do not verify your account will be deleted permanently. Like I don't know. Netflix doesn't delete your account based on you verifying your account. That's another thing you should check for. Like, you already verified it when you first signed up. Why do you need to verify it again? Unless someone changed your email address, then someone got into your account. There could be emails about that too. You get an email saying, hey, someone changed your account, and it could be fake, and sometimes it could be real. You have to like look at all the information here. I'm going to show you guys a technique with Gmail to do more scan here. But yeah, like it gets harder a lot of times. So like with Google, if you change your password, you usually get an email saying, hey, someone logged in as you, please confirm. You get those a lot. If you get those and you didn't sign up for two-factor authentication, it might be a scam. I'm going to get to two-factor authentication soon. But a lot of times when you look on these, don't enter your email or password anywhere without verifying the link on the browser or verifying the link in the email or the address. Don't do it. Nope, just straight up don't. Contact your provider directly if you get a strange email that you didn't have anything to do with, like that email about verifying your account. Contact Netflix directly. Don't go through that email if it seems very suspicious. Yep, look at the email address. And here's this technique about Google that Gmail, this is specific to Gmail. If you have an email that's different than Gmail, you need to look up like their techniques for doing so. If they don't have like a pass fail system that I'll be showing you soon, check the email address, check the name. You can right click on the buttons that take you to a link. And then copy link address and like paste in a notepad to look at the link if you want to take a step further before even entering that. But here is something you do if you have Gmail. So you're going in Gmail.
Then open an email. Next, click the down arrow near the reply button and show the original message. Gmail and other email services run tests on every email that is sent or received as part of their message security. The original message shows the results of these tests pass or fail. Pass means the email is authentic or real. A test result of fail means the email might be spam or a scam. 3 tests show whether an email might be an online scam by confirming the sender and the origin of the message. Look for the tests called SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. Click Learn More for additional information about each test. If you see a pass result to these tests, that means the email came from where it says it does. It also means the email did not get sent to different places before arriving in your inbox, which is one way online scammers hide what they are doing. Next, copy the text on the page. Then open the Message Header tool in a new browser tab. Paste your email header into the tool. Then analyze your header and view your results. This will show the path your email took. Direct emails from people generally have short, direct paths or routing information. Scam emails may show complex routing information, often with many locations and users listed. Remember that scams can still come from these.
Yeah, scams could still come through there, but it's still a nice test. So if you guys want to keep that video link, there you go. So there's that. I just learned about the reason. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I tested it with a spam email, and it did have fail some of the tests. And I was like, that's interesting. The next, again, you got questions, let me know. But the next thing I want to say here, next part is internet scams, kind of the last section here. But I want to go through here. So I've been sending you guys link in chat, and you might have clicked on them. Luckily, none of them are fake. But I could have been someone just putting links into a chat with malicious intent. And if you click on them, they're actually pretty okay. Or are they? You can check. I'll tell you how to check them. So if it asks you for a login, or your browser does a thing where it's like, hey, do you want notifications from this? Or anything like that could be scam. But if it's just a link to some information, it's fine. But it asks you to log in anything, don't log into the links into the chat. Most of the time, it's just spam taking you to something to sign up for some service. Don't sign up the service unless you seeked it out personally. Just being safe there. Like if you're going through, like doing a lot of streaming nowadays, I've seen it a lot with different cases where someone's just spamming chat with a bunch of links here, and it's happened to us with DoSpace. This right here, this picture right here is a lot of comments we had to hit and delete ourselves. But like someone has like quite like bought a lot of bots have made a fake version of our classes on Facebook, and they just spam our chat with these links saying, hey, this is where you can watch it, but look at the link that doesn't say Zoom on there, doesn't say DoSpace in there, just says Adobe Lightroom. Like this link right here, it's not, we said we were going to host our things through Zoom. This is not a Zoom link right here at all. So that's a way to look at it, like, I don't think so. But they even took the picture from the event and put it on the video. And when you go to that link, you click on a video, it asks you to create an account, and hello, behold, they got your information. That's one of the ways there. So when you look at the links, you got to make sure that, it says, you know, what it is, and it doesn't ask you to log in when you click on it, or you look at the link name too. Another thing I'm going to point out is that you see at the front right here where it says HTTP : here, and this one says HTTPS : here. Usually that stands for secured connection. So like it used to be back in the day where you can check if a link was fake, if it had the S at the end or not. But a lot of scam websites now are getting their secured, getting their website secured and getting a certificate for them now. So that's not the case anymore. I don't know if you guys heard about that in the past. I'm just, for those who have heard that in the past, you can't just go by just HTTPS now anymore. Like you have to do a little bit more than that, unfortunately. just a little extra step there. It's just at least you know that the website's secured and there isn't, a bunch of people going, through your computer for an unsecured website. That's a nice little extra thing, but you'd still get scammed. So yeah, remember everyone just remember back when when they're hacked. I put that in perfect quotation marks earlier. It's actually not real hacking. So I have an example here, and absolutely do not go to this website here. I searched for this and went to the 12th Google result here. I'm gonna open this up for a few seconds. I'm gonna open this up. In incognito. Oh yeah, if you have incognito in your browser, it's just you can still be tracked. It's just a way for you to not have your data stored locally, but it's probably still saved online. So I have this Amazon website right here. It's not a real Amazon website. Let me go to a real Amazon website. And I'm gonna go to the sign in here. There we go. And I'm just gonna flip back between these two. They look really similar. You notice Amazon terms privacy here is different. Conditions of use privacy helper here, same. It's got the same copyright at the bottom. Little thing for need help. Forgot your password to sign in. For the real one, right over here. Ask you to keep you sign in. It's got details. If I click on Amazon terms, I still have this weird website here. Click on the United States, and then it takes me to real Amazon. Over here, I don't have terms, but I have conditions of use, privacy, notice, and help. I'm gonna go back on this one over here. I'm gonna click privacy here. Again, it's asking me for a website again, to choose a different country, making it feel like it's a real website. Now, Amazon, it could be, going through, it could be one of those websites going maybe I want to buy something from Amazon of Japan or Amazon of Costa Rica or Amazon. I don't think there's an Amazon of Costa Rica, but Amazon of Brazil or Amazon of Philippines and stuff. Could be something like that. But most of the time, those have the website extension at the end of the website. You see this one here. It says .co.jp. Now I'm on the Japanese Amazon here. The reason why I say that, maybe you looked at the top of the link way, but you notice it says na.account.amazon.com with this weird online link extending on forever here. The Amazon here, it sticks the other country regions at the end, not at the start, at the end. So scroll through here and go through here, asking me to sign in with a phone number and email before entering a password for a real website. But here's this website now. Now, a lot of times you look at this it's even secured. It's got its own certificate up here. Well, it's just, how do we tell the difference with such cases as this? I could get this link and sign in. So with Amazon, you got to really know their website links. It gets hard. It does get hard to find things are hacked or not. With this case, I found this far, far in the back here. I can even create a new account through this thing here. If I go to inspect element here, this is just how to see the CSS and the HTML in here. I'm looking for the script. There you go. I'm trying to see where this data is validated. You don't need to learn this stuff here. It's using specific Amazon link through here. Timeout. Let's go through here. I'm trying to find it. I was able to find, even here looks I'm trying to find where the data is being sent to. I couldn't find, I'm trying to find it. It even uses the Amazon API itself. I'm gonna compare it to other Amazon here. I'm gonna sign in Okay, click, inspect, script. It's got very small. I remember it being the code almost exactly the same, but there's this one random link that I can't find it right now. Like it was a completely different website. Yeah, like logins look exactly like that. Very familiar. Now, luckily, a lot of the times, a lot of people do website verification here. So a lot of those websites get taken down pretty quickly. So a lot of times the names are quite different. So what you can do when it comes to stuff that's very difficult to determine, like I showed you, whatever you want to do, set up. Here's some tips here. You can look up HTTPS. People may just check the links. Use a VPN. It's a virtual private network. To keep like your information secure, so people can't like have trackers on you for location stuff. I'm not going to teach how to set up virtual private network, but you can look into that. If you don't want to deal with that, really learn how to avoid. You want to learn how to avoid this newer stuff. You can, let's see, if you don't want to deal with that, really learn how to avoid the newer stuff. Yeah, so you keep track with like the latest stories on news and stuff. Don't install files that you don't know where they came from. If you install something, computer, it's gone. If you like ransomware, what it does is like locks down your computers with a bunch of password files. Like if you install something, if you accidentally start installing something, just shut down your computer right there or cancel the download if you know how to do that right there. Something gets installed, it's over. Unless you have a really good antivirus where you want to use that in most of the time when you install these things, it installs keyloggers. That gets like saves what you're typing on your computer, such your passwords. You can use your antivirus software to remove those keyloggers. Use your browser to scan websites. So let me get another link here. So I'm on Google right now, but you can always have to go to a website. Just gonna go to the random website here. You can check there's like certificate if you want for this icon, but right here you can click on this icon. You can look at the site settings of what it asks for permissions in here. As by default, and you can block the different things if you don't want to have your location. You can block that. Where is it? I can come up so I can block that. Cookies, get rid of them. You can learn more about secure and not secure. Check your connections to private. And yeah, you don't want to know what a security certificate is. Again, it can be faked, but Chrome requires websites to have certificates through these. Some browsers like Opera have a thing where they can scan straight through. And check the reviews. So this is case for shopping. If you're like buying something on Amazon, check the reviews. If everything is like 10 out of 10 or 5 out of 5 stars, it could be a fake product. You can get scammed that way. So you need variable reviews to know if it's authentic. Now, so going that extra step when you're really not sure. So this is general security tips. So talking back about that Amazon website that looked really, really similar, that fake Amazon website that looks similar to the other. You should really have these things in here in general. You don't have to have a VPN. I don't have a VPN, but I do other things to stay secure. But you should do these things. You need to have an antivirus software on your computer. Windows, I don't know much on the Apple side, but Windows has its own thing called Windows Defender. It's actually really good. Before that, I used things like Avast or I think ATV or something like that, or Malwarebytes. Malwarebytes you could pay for. But the free antivirus software actually take your data. Like they do their job and secure your computer, but they do data mine your info. Like look at what retail websites you're looking at the most, to such as that, or what items you're most likely to buy. It does save that information and sends it to retailers, and that's how they make their money. So if you don't want that, Windows Defender. If you have a Mac, look at what a Mac has. But a lot of times that free stuff, it just like Facebook, it takes your data and sells it to other people. Same with Google, it takes your data, takes your search results, sells it to other people. But that's a whole nother thing, not necessarily in the realm of scamming, because they say in their terms and conditions that they can do that. So like they won't take your credit card information on that, but they can make really specific ads start showing up in websites entertain you. That's most what it is. Keep your devices in the latest updates. This is why Windows randomly shuts down in the middle of the night and starts updating right away, because they're trying to protect you from hackers and such. So always keep your devices on the latest updates. If you can't be updating anymore, you might have to upgrade to the next generation. Protect your accounts by using multi-factor authentication. Here we go. This is one main thing I wanted to go on. So you want to set up multi-factor authentication. What that means is like multiple passwords, multiple ways to identify who you are. So let's say I enter my password on an account on a different computer somewhere else. You type that in, and then it'd be like Amazon. Let's say here I'm signing Amazon. Amazon will be like, hey, you haven't signed in at this location before. Are you? And they send me a text message on my phone with a little key password on there. And I copy that, like take that password and enter it in on the website, and then it verifies me through there. That's a way to protect myself there and to guarantee, hey, this is an actual website, from Amazon here. This isn't fake Amazon. Twitch does the same thing. A lot of things have two-factor authentication now, where they like send you a message to your phone or to another email, or have you mail something into them. Facebook has something for that. If you don't have two-factor authentication, start setting up on everything. It is annoying, very annoying to go through. Like you're like, oh, I have to sign into this other email and enter password, but at least you're not getting scammed. Is the main thing there. But at least you're protecting your data. Most like you're protecting your finance data is what I should say there. So if you don't have multi-factor authentication on Google, go to Google settings, add your phone number. If you get a new phone number, remember to change your phone number on your accounts. Add like your backup emails onto two-factor authentication. Like you just go through your different accounts and enable, like almost everything is two-factor authentication now. You go through settings. Most of the time it asks you to go through account settings and go to privacy or passwords and enable two-factor authentication. Most of the time, even Twitter has it. Like a lot of things have that. That's one of the ways. Like that's the one way for you to know if that website looks really, really similar to the other website. You can use that there. Back up your data. This is for case for ransomware. You got something installed. Always have your data back up to external hard drive. Use a VPN. I don't use a VPN, but use a virtual private network. Keep your network private, or check the network you're on is private. So I can do that right now, an example. So I go to Wi-Fi at the bottom here. Oh, it's direct connection, so I can't really look as much, but I see all these like Wi-Fi like networks here. The ones with the locks on them are secure, but they still can be public networks here. So DSpace right here is not secured a network right here, as in it has a password, but it is a public network too. So it's the one I'm connected to is a public network. And what that means is that Wi-Fi has a thing set up where you can share folders and files over Wi-Fi. So when you enter network on your personal device, it's computers and such, it may ask you what kind of network this is. And most of the time you want to click private, so it locks down all your files from another. I'm gonna go through here. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. There's a way where I can see all the computers on the network. Not data, there we go, network. Oh, darn. Network discovery turned off for this computer. It's because I made mine invisible, so I can't show it there. But on Windows, you can look at network and you can see all the listed devices connected to the network. And you can double click on those computers and go into folders if it's not private. So on your computer, keep it locked down. So people can't go through your folders there. Just keep it locked down and private. But if it's your own personal home and you want to share data over Wi-Fi, that's completely okay. Just, when you have visitors over, set up a guest network. Just want to keep it that way. Okay. So I have some more fun stuff here. This person here, I'm going to play it soon, but this person here scammers. They're actually streaming right now. I'm going to show this link here. They scam scammers to teach people how to avoid scams. So I am going to link this. It's a streamer. They have a bunch of fun videos. They're very long, a lot of fun videos, and they have a bunch of information on their about how to combat scams. So I'm going to play this here for a bit, and it's great.
0 star.
And they're repeating this password.
0 after that.
The letter R.
R like Roger.
Yeah, and then K as in kilo.
Okay.
H.
If you guys can read,
H.
please speak. You can read that password they're giving them.
R.
It says your scam
3.
won't work here.
3. Is that correct?
Yes. This one.
Madam, do not redeem it.
Right.
Do not do anything.
Right.
And they bought a Google Play
Okay.
card and it's
Okay,
that number
hold
on the
on.
back.
Okay.
Full killer.
Okay.
Hold on. All right.
He's so
Again, you're
blind.
trying to do on. My goodness. Again, you're trying to redeem on the Google Play.
He's
Yeah, the scam they were working with just didn't read. Oops.
We need
Mute that. So if I go to their about on here, they have a what's this? And they're scammers to raise awareness and aid in shutting them down. Don't try shutting them down. Don't try this at home. They have a virtual machine for all this stuff. You can submit a scam to them if you want, but they have an FAQ. Click on their FAQ to figure out what they are in here, but they have a little information about what I should do if I got scammed, for reading to learn about scam call centers. You can read all the stuff to learn all the information about scamming. I can link this too. But a really good resource. And if you want good entertainment, they're pretty good there. So last thing I want to add here is, what should I do if I've been scammed? So first of all, sorry to hear that you've been taken advantage of by one of these scammers. If you've allowed a scammer to access your computer, it's suggested you remove malware keyloggers from your system by using your antivirus or Malwarebytes and stuff like that from them. Change all your passwords. Change them all across the board, all your accounts. Change all your passwords, especially anything they might have had you access. If you paid for anything, call your credit card company and dispute the funds. So that's why a lot of people ask for gift cards. Consider reporting information you gathered here. So you can actually make a report to FTC. Again, this is for the US. If you're not in the US area, definitely look at the agencies you have that you can contact to. You can report fraud to them and they can help you. You're serious. But again, if you bought a gift card and give them information, the number in the back of the gift card, there's no way you can get that money back. Here, you just can't get that money back at all. It's better to use your credit card number than a gift card number, because with a credit card company, they have extra protocols to protect you and get your funds back. Okay. So yeah, that's about it. If you don't have any questions, that's it, but you can ask questions here. Yeah, they're alive right now. They pretend to be an older woman, so they disguise their voice. If you're wondering more about this streamer, they also have a bunch of YouTube videos you can watch through for the older recordings. Again, they're long. But yeah, they disguise their voice, pretend to be an older person. Yeah. What is my email address? If you wanted to contact us, you can email us at hello@dspace.org. If you got more questions. Yeah, we have a Cyber Seniors program and Tech Help Saturday program that they can help you learn more techniques. Again, you can make a mentor appointment at DSpace, various stuff like that. We can't fix your computer, but we can teach you how to use your computer and teach you how to avoid scams too. But if you've been scammed, we can't help you with that, but we can point you to an agency that can help you. Okay, since there's no more questions, I am going to end this. Thank you very much and have a good afternoon, everyone.